Hey guys, and welcome to Nav's Nonsense. As you can tell, I am in the car, so that means I am about to go out. Been actually really busy today. So what have I been doing today? I've just been cooking, cleaning, getting the house tidy, just the usual bits and bobs. But that is not the topic of today's conversation. The topic of today's conversation actually is judging a book by its cover. So last week when I went to visit my uncle and his partner, we got into a really important conversation actually, and it was about judging people for their looks or the way they act, especially when you go into shopping centres. So me and my husband recently went into Harrods, and we were just looking around, you know, the Louis Vuittons, and looking at the Chanels and the Tiffany's, because it's all just brand everywhere you go. And when we went into the Chanel shop, they actually looked at us in disgust, as to say that we couldn't afford a bag, forget a bag, we couldn't afford like even a scarf there, which was really horrible. And I just think that it's really annoying that when you go to certain places you get treated like that, because when we went into Tiffany's, they were so lovely, they were so great, sorry, excuse me, they were so lovely and so great, as I was saying, and we literally were treated just how anybody else would be, and then that just got me thinking that, you know, have you ever been in an experience where you've been judged? I'm sure we've kind of all come across it once or twice. It's not a nice feeling, it's not something that I think we all want to experience, and it was quite horrible to be judged. I mean, because we didn't have, I don't even know what to say. I didn't think that we were dressed in any way. I mean, I had like a top and jeans on, my husband was dressed quite smart. So, you know, and it's quite funny because it's like, people really don't know what your situation is. I'm not saying we're millionaires by any means. I'm not saying, you know, but we're not at the other end either, where we're like scrounging for change. So you kind of like in that middle bit where you can afford it if you wanted to afford it, but then at the same time you don't really want to go and spend that much on a bag, you know. It is sometimes a bit silly. But if you're me and obviously you want a Chanel, then you will save up and get it. So it's just horrible. But when we were talking about this, we were kind of just talking about the fact that you can't tell nowadays. You can't tell who is from, you know, a background that's well-to-do or who's from a background that's not so well-to-do. There's just such blurred lines on it across the board. So how do these people know when you walk into a shop kind of where you are? Because someone who's well-to-do walks into a shop, could be in a tracky bottom, because it's their day off, they want to relax, they don't want to be in a suit and all tied up and X, Y and Z. But then at the same time, someone who's not well-to-do could go and dress really smartly, and then they could be kind of going all over them. So, you know, I've had loads of stories about people who've gone into like car dealerships, you know, and been treated really badly. So they've gone to like a neighbouring town to be served, and they've been served. So it just really made me think that actually we live in a society where we don't know what someone's social status is anymore. It's not black and white. You can't tell who's on the higher spectrum, who's on the lower spectrum. So why are we doing that? Why are we judging people based on their looks or their appearances, when actually we have no ideas? So I could be dressed like this and go into a shop and, you know, I don't know, I could go into Range Rover, for example, give cash, buy a range, but would they not even look at me because I'm dressed in a jumper and some leggings? Like, I don't know. It just makes you kind of think about what we perceive as a society and what is actually happening around us. You know, I see it all the time where, you know, I might look at someone and think, God, they're dressed really nicely, but then I don't know what their background is, you know. And I think working in HR, I see people from all walks of lives. I meet so many people when I was in that field, and kind of in those companies, that I was really shocked by the way some people were at work to the way they were when they were outside, because they basically became two different people. You know, my husband wears suits to work all the time, you know, and when he's at home, he just likes to be in tracky bottoms, you know, and that's it. And if we were to go out, he would go out in his tracky bottoms. That's the reality of it. But that doesn't mean that he's not in a good job just because he's in his tracksuits, you know. So it just kind of makes you wonder and think, you know, kind of what do we kind of perceive. Like when I go out, I'll always go a bit dressy now, because I've noticed when I go out just like this, barefaced, you know, just jumper and some leggings on and a top underneath, I will get the worst customer service ever. But if I go out makeup done, lenses in, you know, really dressy up, people will be coming, are you okay? Do you need any help? Can we help you? Like constantly out asking me if they need help, constantly asking me if I need help. Let me paraphrase that. You know, and it's really ridiculous. Like a bit of makeup and looking a bit oomph, kind of gets you the customer service that you want. You know, we went to Westfields back to 2 months now, and we went into the Prada shop and just having a look, as you do, you know, a little snooze at kind of what's around, and the sales assistants were brilliant, really helpful. But a family came in and I was just sitting down, you know, so I was a bit tired, as it happened, and a family came in, and the husband was really nice, didn't really say anything, just went and bought his thing. Kids were alright, but the wife looked at us as if to say, you cannot afford to even be in this shop. Now that's really disgusting and shocking that people can think that it's okay, that they can make that judgment because they're lapped up in Hugo Boss. I'm sorry, I'm not being funny, but even if I had all the money in the world, does not mean I'll be wearing designer wear all the time. I like my new look shops. I like going to shops that I don't, you know, which aren't overly expensive, you know, and that's who I am and that's who I'll always be. You know, I'll go to your top shops, go to your Next, go to your M&S. You know, I don't always want to be in designer, and I think people need to bring it down a notch who think that we'll always be in, like, you know, designer wear, and that means that we're going to buy designer products. You know, there's been times in my life where I've come into a lot of money, gone into designer shops, bought a couple, you know, you got your like Versace sunglasses, and you got this and you got that, and just been in basic clothes. I don't think it really matters anymore. I think we need to stop that. We need to stop judging people, and we need to just kind of put that aside. And just, if someone's in a shop, let them be. You don't know what someone's gone through. You know, someone might come into a lot of money. Someone might be, you know, going for a birthday treat. You know, there's so many different possibilities that I think we kind of need to just put a little bit of a kind of distinction of, you know, not even a distinction. I think we just need to stop it, actually, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted. I think we just need to stop it. You know, at the end of the day, me and my sister took my mum to the Ritz for her 50th birthday, and we dressed up in normal clothes. I mean, we were really nice dresses, but they weren't designer dresses. Heck, they were just normal H&M, New Look, M&S, you know, your high street brands. So, and actually they gave us a really wonderful service. So it's nice to go to these places and get the service. Like I said, you know, the Ritz is really good, Prada is really good, you know, even Hugo Boss have been really good, Tiffany, I just don't, to name a few. But then you go into the shop and there's a certain customer service assistant, or there's a certain people that are in those shops, and it's like, don't be one of those people. You know, you don't know what someone's gone through, you don't know, you know, what hardships they might have had to get to this stage in their life. So I think we need to stop judging people. We need to stop judging the book by the cover, and we just need to let people be happy. And if you can afford designer stuff, then heck, go for it. Enjoy it. You know, lap it up. But don't look down on people who can't, because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you might be in a dire situation, and those people that you laughed at might be the ones that will come and help you. So I think it's just another one just to think about, and I think just be a bit cautious when you go out. You know, if you are that shop assistant, if you are that person being judgy, just think that, you know, people work hard for their money, people work hard to get where they are, and not everyone's that fortunate. Some people can work their whole life and they can still never get it, and then you've got the other end, people who've never worked a day and they get it. So it really just depends on your life and kind of where you're going, the route you're taking. But my advice is, look, don't judge. It's not nice, it's a horrible feeling, and I don't think it's one that we should do. But let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment box. Drop me a mail at navsnonsense@gmail.com. I want to hear from you guys. Check out my social media platforms. You know, let's get talking about this. You know, have you been in a scenario where you've been judged? Have you been in a situation where someone's been looking at you, you know, in a kind of disgusting way as to you shouldn't be there? Let me know. But I want to know your views, guys, so do please get in contact with me and let me know. Remember to like, share and subscribe to this page, because obviously you want to be updated with my daily vlogs, and I will catch you all lovely people tomorrow. Okay, bye.